globalnewsforum.com.
It's time now for the Bean Soup Times radio show with your host, Torre Muhammad. Heard every Wednesday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on globalnewsforum.com. And now, your host.
What's up, brothers and sisters, friends and family? Peace. Hotep, Habarigani, praise the Lord, all of that. Man, look, I'm telling you, I'm so excited today. You know how we get down on the Bean Soup Times radio show. We get right into it. And we have, I'm going to use a word that I like to use often. We have a plethora of shakers and movers in the building today. You know, we have just some wonderful people. So we're going to get right into some interviews to get you all informed about some great things that are happening I know we're in February, but we're going to give you a heads up about some stuff happening in March, because you need to save the date right now to know about what's going down during what is Women's History Month. So it's very fitting that we have a Black History moment that we're going to talk about that segues into Women's History moment. And we have 3 powerful female entrepreneurs. And so we're going to get right into it. But first, I want to, of course, make sure you all know you're listening to the Bean Soup Times radio show. I'm your host, Torre Muhammad, and I think I'm going to grab this mic. And let me first get into some real quick current events. Now, this is something that struck me. I was reading the Final Call newspaper, and I had to highlight this because there is a plantation where a 14-year-old, they use the word slave, I'm going to say captured African, was hung, and it is to become an outlet mall. The site of a Maryland plantation, which is renowned by local historians for its connection to Black history and to the Civil War, has lost its historical designation and is on its way to becoming an 85-store outlet mall. And this is in Prince George's County. And it's real interesting because Prince George's County right now is the location for, it's the highest population of wealthy Black people of any other county. It's a majority Black county, and it ranks as the most educated and the most affluent county in America. And lo and behold, it's also the place, where not that far away, where Nat Turner had his rebellion. In fact, this 14-year-old young lady who was hung because she was accused of putting poison in one of the slave masters' food right before the resurrection. Very interesting, very interesting. So I just wanted to put that out there, and maybe we'll have our guests comment on that a little later on in the show. And also, I'm going to see if they'll comment on the suspension of our, we have a connection to him because he came through to Chicago by way of Texas and hung out at the Chicago Defender and at WVON. Roland Martin got suspended for making some statements. He says it was about soccer fans. But when you have people organized and you have a Twitter nation out there, they caused an uproar. Folks from GLAAD and some other, gay rights activists spoke out, and he is suspended. So, but anyway, I think that's very interesting, especially in light, there's always these lines that are crossed between what is proper and what's improper, what's respectable. So we're on the internet, so we actually don't have any limitations here, no FCC here. But I want to say that with caution because one of our guests has a online blog on WCIU that they make me blush anyway. So you'll hear more about her. But even the situation with MIA, whatever the rapper, female rapper who was on with Madonna. Now, they say that she's going to possibly have to pay any fines for putting up her middle finger. But even if you just pause the frame and see what the dancers were doing, she put up one finger, but they were simulating it almost sexual activity. So, you know, it's always interesting how, depending upon what is attacked or what is targeted as the reason for something lewd, sometimes there's all kind of stuff around it that could be highlighted as well. So, but anyway, listen, I'm not going to talk too much longer. I want to get right into the show today because, like I said, I have some phenomenal people, and I want to give them as most time on this show to talk about what they're doing. So, first, we're going to do. We have you can't see it right now. We have a round table going on here, and I'm telling you, if you are a brother that is looking for intelligent, just shakers and movers in the city, black women, yeah, you would be jealous of me right now because we are sitting in the midst of greatness. But anyway, let me get first to a young lady I met several years ago. She produced a play called The Cycle. And she was very excited and passionate about it and really put together an incredible performance that people are still talking about to this day. And she put this in the context of having a entertainment theater company focused on two things: achievement and motivation through entertainment. And The Cycle was one of her first, may have been the breakout stage play that she did, and did 2 or 3, it was several runs of the play. People were excited, people enjoyed it, and that was just an example of what she does, not only producing entertainment that is uplifting and inspiring and motivational, but the people that she puts in the play is also a source of inspiration and motivation for them on 2 levels. So she does some incredible stuff. We have the incredible Kenya Roberson in the house. How you doing?
Ooh, hello, happy Wednesday afternoon to everyone out there.
That's what's up. We're glad to see you here, and you're looking radiant and excited about things you have going on.
I am so happy to be here amongst Tori. I am so grateful for you and all that you do for me.
Well, that's likewise. We are mirror images of each other, and we are pleased to have you here today. And you brought a surprise with us. A young lady who, she's a shaker and a mover. She, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I have to catch people because especially women, I think sometimes they lie to me. She claims she has an adult child.
Oh, yeah.
She claims that,
Right.
but I'm looking at her. So I won't ask you how old you were when you had her, but she has an adult child that she's very proud of. She is an incredible writer. You may have heard about her or seen some of her writing or been influenced by her writing through the 6 Brown Chicks. She's an author. She, comes from this artistic background. Her parents, mother, was a pianist, and father, an artist. So, she's a straight-up Renaissance woman. Educated, Columbia, all of that. And she is in the building. You can see her on Chicago Now. You may have seen her in Rolling Out. You may have seen her in Indigo. You may have seen her on The Examiner. You may have seen her blog that I was referring to, her video blog with the other 6 Brown Chicks, which makes me blush sometimes what they talk about. I'm by myself watching it online.
Right.
I'm still blushing. But now you're going to hear her on the Bean Soup Radio Show. We are so happy to have Shoya Bowman in the house.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for the introduction. I blush too when I think about some of the things I say on WCIU.
Right.
Like, did I just say that?
Did you just say that? Right. Where's the FCC? Y'all told a lie. Y'all keep it real.
Right.
It's straight up educated black women talking about
Life,
issues
love,
in life.
and letting go of drama.
So, but I love each of you have just a wonderful spirit. Y'all come together very well.
Thank you.
And we have another shaker and a mover. She has made Chicago a home, but she is really right next door. Really, you know, it's not too much difference between Detroit and Chicago in terms of the Midwest and attitude, you know. And at least every black man has to give love to Detroit, because that's the birthplace of the Cadillac. Motown, right. Let's not forget about Hitsville, USA. So we have a lot of love and appreciation for Detroit, and you know, she is a shaking, a moving in her own right. And again, you know, I'm not to isolate brothers again, but even if we never aspired to go there, there's a lot of appreciation and respect for Duke University, for the basketball team. So, yeah, we know a lot of greatness comes out of that place. And she is a model. She is an entrepreneur. And I don't know if you can say, should you put an S on entrepreneurs? She has 4 businesses that she runs. So if you want to get in shape, she's a fitness instructor. And yeah, she'll whip you into shape too. She got some height on her, so she's not taking any mess. But she'll do it with a smile, so you have fun and you look up one day and you're ready for your audition. So, but yeah, I'm gonna let her break down all of the businesses that she does. I know she deals with health and fitness, and she also does some incredible stuff with our young people, teaching them how to focus, how to be motivated, to get their career on track. And then flip on the other side. I don't know, y'all might have on the show, because she might make me blush too.
Right.
She will help the younger people, and then for the older people, that may be needing to rekindle their relationships.
Right.
She will help you with that as well.
Pole dancing. Oh, shoot, yes.
So, but we have, before I get to say her name, we have the wonderful, the fabulous Kanaya Kennedy in the house.
All right.
Welcome.
Yay.
Well, it is such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you and all of you here today on the show today. And you see how we like to have fun. I like to, of course, always bring on interesting people. I'm probably going to start a challenge where I'm going to dare anybody. I would give you $1 million out of somebody's pocket if you all can suggest that I don't bring you incredible, just wonderful people for every show. And so today is no different. So let's have a discussion first. Now, just real quick, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. What do y'all think about Roland? What, man, is the suspension justified? Is it not enough? Is it too much? What?
You know, this is Shoya. I love me some Roland, but I have not read his tweets, and I follow him too, so I missed that, but I'm sure it's not warranted.
Yeah, you know, he made a mention of, there was one, I think it was a Patriot, who had an all-pink suit, and he commented on the all-pink suit. It said something to the effect of he needs to go to pound, you know, hashtag team whoop ash, something like that.
Okay.
And then there was another comment about the commercial with the soccer player, the great soccer player Beckham, who was only in his signature now underwear. And so he made a comment about, you know, any dude that's watching the game with you that is, you know, liking this commercial.
Wow.
You need to smack him.
Right. You need to smack him. That's what he said.
Yes.
Well, you know, this is Kenya speaking. Roland has always been a little racy with his comments, even when he was on WVON.
Right.
I absolutely love him. But to me, it seems like it's different strokes for different folks. You know, so many people make racist remarks on television, and they aren't suspended. I'll never forget on the Golf Channel, a young lady had made a comment about the golfer Tiger Woods. She said someone needs to drag him to the alley and, you know, and take care of him in the back, you know. And she didn't get suspended, and Tiger took up for her and said, "That's my friend," And so Roland, he ruffles feathers, and so it's just time to suspend him because they're probably sick and tired of him on mainstream. So he'll be back.
Right, right.
He'll be back
Hopefully,
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
He used to have one of his gay friends say he's my friend.
That's what he needs to say. Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna be the devil's advocate because I was following the story. It's a couple of things. I don't know if he should be suspended, but I definitely think he has to remember what platform he's on now.
Right.
Yeah.
So the things you might be able to get away with in
At
some
WVON.
channels,
Right.
Yeah.
WVON, you're not going to be able to do on national television. So in reading the comments, people ask, well, is he advocating violence against gays? I'm like, I don't think it was that he literally was saying that, but we know how people talk in the community.
Right.
And whether you are pro-gay, anti-gay, that's not really the point. You
Right.
have to know your audience and tailor yourself accordingly.
Right.
May not be right, but he is a brother, and we are in America.
Right.
We can't always get away with the
Right,
same things,
right.
and it doesn't make it right, but then there's kind of like knowing that.
Right.
So I think that he needs to tailor himself for his environment or just be prepared to deal with the consequences.
And
Right.
then,
I think it was a little out of pocket personally, but
whenever you say anything about someone who's gay, you're out of there anyway. I mean, that's just what I've noticed. So,
But
Right.
that speaks to that community. They stand up.
stand
They
up.
get indignant.
Yeah.
They make a fuss.
That's right. They
If
spoke
we
up.
want to make a fuss, we need to make a fuss.
And what are the British thing that he
Ascot.
the ascots? Right. Doesn't he have his own line of ascots? Now it
Yeah, I think
seems
he
to
does,
me
yeah.
that he would not want to offend
Right.
a whole
your
community that
market.
may wear ascots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does. I think there's this social media has a part to play into it as well. Because you do have some people who are on Twitter who are on a major outlet or they represent a major publication, and they will say anything that I tweet does not reflect where I work. So
Public figure.
he wasn't representing CNN at the moment. He was just commenting on the game.
Public figure.
he
He's a
may not
public
even
figure.
care, though. Sometimes we make such a big deal out of it. He may not even care. Roland is
Doing all
pro, and so if he's suspended, he may not even care that much.
Right. My mother wouldn't like to hear this, but back in the day when I got suspended from school, I took it as a vacation. That was,
Right.
that was a moment
As long
to
as you
relax.
can come back.
Right, long as I can come back. So, and the suspension, man, and he did make somewhat of an apology. It sounds like, as long as people who were offended back off, he should have no
Right.
problem. Until he says it again, because there were people who said this is not the first time. So, it's interesting. But enough of that. Let's talk about what you all have going on. There's a wonderful collaboration going on. We're going to start with Kenya and Shoya, because I think it kind of segues, even though the dates are switched around. But so we'll get into it. So because on March 10th, you all are doing this incredible thing. It's a whole weekend of stuff, starting with this play. So tell us about the play, how it came from a book to a play, and how you all are working together.
Well, this is Shoya. I wrote my first book in 2005, and it was called Issues, and I basically dealt with failed relationships. And I decided that I was going to get rich off these guys one way or the other.
Right.
So I have turned this into a whole big mecca. I started with issues, and then everyone loved it, so I went to Goodbye Don't Always Mean Gone. Stacy is my main character, and she's this sexy, promiscuous bombshell that's seeking love in sometimes all the wrong places, and she'll deal with the consequences later. Her best friend is named Kim. She's a little more conservative, a little more church-oriented, and she is having some issues in her relationship. So they both have secret desires to live one another's lives. So after I wrote the book, people read it, they enjoyed it, they wanted more, so they were like, you should either turn this into a stage play or miniseries, film, that type of thing. So I was introduced to Christine Houston, who actually wrote the stage play 227 that later turned into the sitcom. She took me in under her wings. We worked at her house one-on-one for about 4 months to
Wow.
get this whole project done. So imagine a 30-year difference. I'm like, Christine, they're not doing that no more. And she's like, who's they? And so we would have our issues, but we came together, and this great product was born. And then I was a featured author at a Book Clubs Unite event, and I met Kenya Renee of FAM Entertainment, and I wanted to. I decided that I would collaborate with her because we had some of the same goals. Her play, The Cycle, was similar to my play, Love's Got a Hold on Me. So that's kind of where we are dealing with. Both of us dealt with destructive relationships. So we kind of collaborated. So that's kind of where we are right now.
Wow,
So
beautiful, beautiful.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and this is Kenya speaking. It has been such a pleasure working with Shoya, me being a producer. And I just want to encourage other authors, just like Shoya, that you too can make your dream a reality. You know, when it comes to books, what's so fascinating about that is that, especially when you're changing it either to a play or let's just say a film, some authors feel as though they have to turn their whole book into a film. You can do one chapter and make that chapter such a dynamic film, even a 14-minute piece, a short
Wow,
film.
right. That's a
And
good point.
it would broaden your horizons beyond your wildest imagination. You know, with my theater company, we collaborated with Hawk Films, and we won a film contest for Paulo Coelho. For those who don't know, he is the writer for The Alchemist and also The Witch of Portobello. So we just did a rendition of his chapter 9, and we were the only African American winners, and we have worldwide recognition
Wow.
because of winning chapter 9. It was only 14 minutes. So authors have to realize that you can do so much
Right.
for yourself if you would just turn your book into a stage play or even a film.
Wow, that's a good point. And so the play is 2 runs, March 9th and March 10th. It's going to be at Freedom Hall and Mello Theater, 410 Lakewood Boulevard and Park Forest. If you're on my email list, you should have gotten an email about it. But folks can go to which website to get more information?
Lovesgotaholdonme.com.
All right, beautiful. And they can call 708-705-1281. And you have my man, I love this brother,
I
Mel,
know.
is in the building, so he's in the play. And
Let me tell you who all is in the play. We have Mel Robertson. We have Shantice Cartman. We have myself, Kenya Renee. We have Bridget Shorter. We have Dre Peoples. We have Malika Berry. And we have Darren Roberts. So we have an all-star cast. All of us, we're really known in Chicago, so we just want everyone to come on out March 9th and March 10th. Come on out and watch a great stage production that will surely break the cycle of domestic violence. So that is what our
Beautiful.
focus is. Yeah.
Beautiful. Look, I'm looking forward. I want to see it. I know from the quality of both of y'all work that it's going to be incredible and people need to come out. And this is what I was saying earlier about the dates are different because we have something coming up on March 4th that is a spectacular bridal. Graduation and prom is included in there, but it's a expo. So people need to see the play after they go to the bridal to just make sure and reaffirm their love and their commitment.
Right.
I'm trying to make a connection here some kind of way
Right.
between a good segue.
You're doing great.
But Kanaya, tell us about the spectacular bridal, prom, and graduation expo, and why you're a part of it, why you're helping to do it, and anything else you think is so important about just this whole idea of us coming together as family, as male and female.
Well, weddings are wonderful. I'm not married yet, but
I'm
I think
divorced.
marriage is great, right? My parents
Right.
were together for a long time, so definitely see it as a wonderful institution with the right person. And then every year we have prom and graduation, these big milestone events. And these are
Right.
big milestone events that people invest in.
Right.
I mean, we want to capture the days, we want them to be perfect. And in reality, there's over $64 billion spent every year on proms,
Wow.
weddings, and graduations.
64 billion.
billion.
That's flowers, Dresses,
limos,
limos,
caterers,
caterers.
photographers, jewelry.
64 billion.
And this is a recession. We'll say resistant, but really a recession-proof industry. People find the money
Right.
to get married and to have these awesome
Right.
graduation
That's
celebrations.
right. That's right.
But in the world of our community, we're not always getting our fair share of that. And a couple of different reasons around it. I mean, it's business, it's marketing, it's making sure the brides and the students and everyone knows how to find you. Well, let's just talk about the prom industry, because see, that happens every year
Right.
around May, graduation, May, June. A lot of the times with the schools, and this is what I've heard from a lot of business owners, those contracts are locked in.
Right.
See, if you're not in the network, you're not getting in front of the students, which means a lot of small businesses in our community, they don't get access to all that money, but we're spending the money. The proms have to be downtown,
Right.
or
Right.
or the wedding has to be out somewhere in the suburbs.
Right.
But here's what I know. Chicago's such an awesome city. I love it here. So thank you all for making Happen such a great town. I mean, I love Detroit too, but
Right.
I'm in Chicago now. And we have beautiful resources. This location for Spectacular, the Grand Ballroom, it's on Cottage Grove
Right.
and
Oh,
63rd.
It's a beautiful place.
It is breathtaking.
It is.
And let me
Beautiful does not even like. It
Let
is
me
so-
comment on the Grand Ballroom. A lot of people don't know, but Michelle Obama had a humongous event at the Grand Ballroom
Yes.
in the hood.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
look at
University of Chicago uses it all the time. But what the owner tells me, he does very few weddings and special events from people within our own community. But people don't know about it. Or they
Right.
think Cottage
Right.
Grove, 63rd? Really?
that. Right. Right.
Really. Like, if you don't come out to Spectacular for any other reason, you just need to come see this beautiful space. So if
Yes.
you're having a ball, an event, a Sweet 16, anything, it's a beautiful space. Same thing for all the vendors. We are finding the best vendors within the community offering great value, and we're bringing them together.
Wow.
So whatever you're looking for the wedding, the prom, the graduation, and it's not just the prom and the wedding. The reason why we're saying graduation, because like you said, I have a commitment to the young people. I'm an author. In the book I wrote it's called The Smart Sisters Guide to College, and it's all about helping young women navigate those first years away from home, so they're not getting caught up in all the
Yes.
all the potential pitfalls.
Yes, right.
So with the graduation portion of the show, we're preparing students for what's next. So we've got Princeton Review coming on board offering some test prep. We're actually giving away a
Wow.
free SAT, ACT prep test.
Wow.
That's like
beautiful.
$1,000 value
Right.
right there.
That's right.
You know, of course, the book will be available. We've got some other people coming in talking about what's next in life. So it's not just for seniors getting ready to go to prom, although obviously you need to get your dress, your tux, your shoes, but so many other resources. For weddings, not just getting the flowers, we have attorneys coming.
Wow.
Do you need a prenup? Do you need to look at some of these things before
Right.
you, really, we're looking at the whole of it. But then counselors, before you get married, so you're not ending up, in a situation.
Right.
You want to make sure
when
you
love
get
had
that-
a hold on you.
Exactly. You're like, why am I here? Help
Right.
me, help me. So, I mean, the idea is, the intention for this event, it has multiple intentions. We want to make a difference for businesses. We're in a recession, but there's money out there. But you have to start to be smart about it.
That's
You've got to
right.
work with one another. Refer business back and forth.
That's right.
I do some technology work with businesses. It's so hard for me finding these companies because we're not online.
Right. Right.
We're hoping people just find us magically.
Right.
We're hitting the streets. I mean, so we are still looking for some exhibitors. If you have a small business that anything is special events, you want to visit us at spectacularpromandbridal.com. Call us. And make sure you're getting part of this. We made the event very affordable. I do bridal shows. Usually I'm spending $800 and upwards on booth rentals. Another reason many businesses miss out on this, they can't even get into the bridal shows unless you happen to have an extra $1,000 sitting around, not to mention what you spend on promotional materials. We made this show very affordable.
Okay.
Wow.
Because if you don't, getting in front of these brides, these are brides and students. They're buying. The students are buying in the next 4 months.
Right.
They're spending the money. The parents are spending the money. The question is, will they spend it with you?
Right.
You want to get in front of them. Brides in the next year or so, they're going to spend the money. Who will they spend it with? The business that they get to meet and talk with and connect, and they get to touch you and feel you. So just a wonderful event. Providing resources to people who actually care about you, who are going to value your money. You're not just going to be like, oh, whatever. People who are like, no, I want to do business with you. So we want to make a difference on multiple levels.
Wow.
Okay.
So make sure I understand this right. So you have people who, need services, and they will often go to shows, bridal shows, to find out about all these different vendors and who they want to use.
Yes.
And oftentimes you go and there are not many of us there.
Not at all.
So you're producing something that will bring your clients or potential clients with a lot of vendors who need their business.
Who, yes, need their, if
Wow,
they
that's
want to make
beautiful.
money. I mean,
If that's the reason they're in business.
right.
Some just want a tax write-off.
Well, I'll definitely be there because I'm getting remarried this year.
Awesome.
And I definitely,
Go ahead.
yes, and I don't want to spend a lot of money, but,
ahead.
we're both artists, so we want to be extra special and artistic, but I'm not trying to spend a lot of money.
And the show is
That's
about
right.
providing affordable,
Right.
fabulous
Okay. So I'll
solutions.
be
So
there.
we're bringing in people in all price points.
This is Kenya. I'll be there.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Beautiful.
This is Shoya. I'm planning on getting married one day soon. Hint.
Well, I'm planning on getting married too.
Right.
Waiting on Mr. Extraordinary.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I found one.
That's what's up. Well, beautiful. Well, we're glad for those who have found and those who will be finding real soon, because they are out there. I'm going to start,
Yeah.
matter of fact, doing a post. I started doing one post on my website, and the post is titled, "Another Reason Why Black Women Must Be Honored, Respected, and Protected."
Okay.
And I want to do something that just points a different look than, I don't know if you all get it, but as a male, us men try to pass stuff around, showing our women with nothing. A lot of the websites out there, a lot of the hip hop type websites, all, so I wanted to show and highlight the intelligence, the respectability, and just the incredibleness of black women. And so we're doing a regular post. So, all of you are going to be featured in it. Some have already been featured in it. But I also want to do another one that talks about another reason there are good black men out there.
Oh,
and just
there
show
are.
men just
They
doing
are.
it.
It
Just
is.
a lot of positive men.
Yeah.
Our
You
good
know.
brothers, love them.
Because, you listen, you tune into some of these websites and
We don't believe that.
Ridiculousness.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't believe that.
the sky with the earth to find the most ridiculous thing.
I've been there, done that. That's
Right.
over.
I have to.
It's over.
That's what's up. So, okay, so let me recap. We have on March 4th, Sunday, March 4th, you have the Spectacular Bridal Prom and Graduation Expo at the Elegant Grand Ballroom. And for more information, go to spectacularpromandbridal.com. And you can call. There's still vendor and sponsorship opportunities available, right? 773-596-1885. And brothers and sisters, you are listening to the Bean Soup Times radio show. I'm your host, Tori Muhammad, and it is 3:36. We're going on the second half of the hour. And also, we want to make sure that you go Friday, March 9th and 10th. And you got to tell us about the Ford, the event at Ford City as well. But you have two shows, 9th and 10th. Love's Got a Hold on Me, the stage play written by Shoya Bowman based off of her novel, Goodbye Don't Always Mean Gone. And you have just a cast of incredible performers that are going to be in there. And for more information, go to Love's Got a Hold on Me, justlikeitsounds.com, or call 708-705-1281. So can you tell us about the other piece? And this is, from what Kanaya mentioned a little bit earlier, and really the whole theme here. This is why our community and black entrepreneurship, black business owners are so important. It is rare. It is very rare that I talk to a black business owner that says they are in business just to make money, and that they just want to get a bunch of money so they can live well. And you talk to a lot of black business owners and entrepreneurs, and we have a cause, a mission that is really bigger. The money, we need the money. You need the money now. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me
You
wrong.
need the money.
Which is something I had to get, because I would be
Right.
like,
It'll come.
let's just do it all. I'm like, oh wait, I have to get paid.
Right.
That's right.
That's me.
It will come.
It's the life fluid of your business activity, and it helps you to to do more and more and more. But of course, it's always a bigger cause. It's always about something connected to the community that helps the whole community rise up. And it's so important for us to have more of the resources and get the support that we need from the community as we go out and of course give the support that the community needs, because it's just a wonderful relationship. Black business owners would do far more than just give a little bit of money around Black History Month. It's a 365 year program for us. So tell us about Ford City and what you're doing over there, and we're glad they're hosting this event.
Yes, I am truly thankful. Not only are we producing the stage play on March the 10th, we are also producing Chicago's 2012 Teen Girls and Women's Health Awareness Day of workshops inside of Ford City Shopping Mall, which is located 7601 South Cicero. The entrance will be in between J.C. Penney and the security room office. But we are joining with over 25 organizations as well as motivational speakers to encourage teen girls and women in honor of Women's History Month. There is a call right now. There is a call to break the cycle in a teen girl's life. We see it every day. We want you to bring your teen, bring whatever teen you have in your life, and spread the word to women up to age 80. Come on out to Ford City Mall. Come and enjoy. Come and get inspired. Come listen to the speakers. You don't have to stay all day. You can come and spend 15 minutes. Just come receive the information. There is a lot of information out here. You may be in need of a service for your teen girl or for yourself.
Right.
Come on out. Come listen to the organization. See what they have to offer in a community. So many times we say that I didn't know that this type of service was in the community, or it's no help for me out here, or my teen girl, she's going through XYZ and I just need help with her. Well, come on out and get inspired and get the services. This is a free event. We are inspiring girls from ages 13 through 80. We have the documentary filmmaker Jenks Morton. He's coming all the way from Washington, D.C. Many of you guys know him because he directed the documentary called Dear Daddy, which is a documentary about teen girls and women who have gone through life without their fathers in their life and the effect that it has had on us. I grew up without my dad in my life, and he asked me certain questions. I'm like, oh, and I just started going into, what I do. And he was like, I did not ask you what you do for a living. I'm asking you, how did it affect you not having your dad in your life? I'm like, oh, but it doesn't affect me. Yes, it does. Sometimes we don't see that, right? So come on out, bring your daughter out so she can see the documentary for free. So we just want you to come on out. We are still looking for sponsors for the event. If you guys want to come on board with this event, and let's make this a landmark event in Chicago. We are breaking the cycle of teen dating violence, domestic violence, HIV/AIDS in teen girls and women. We speak about HIV/AIDS, but we just don't realize how many teen girls are infected with this disease as young as 12 years old.
Wow.
Because the cycle of it all is that the teen girl is having sex with the older gentleman. He might be 19 through age 27. That's the age group that the teenage girl is sleeping with when it comes to that male. With that male, he has had already 30, 40 sex partners, right? And then there's something also called where their teen girl is not only sleeping with that young adult male, but she's sleeping with that senior citizen at the senior citizen home. He's paying her, right? Now that senior, not only is he sleeping with the young girl, but now he's going and sleeping with the other senior citizen women in the senior home. Okay?
Wow.
So, yeah. And when it comes to STIs, sexually transmitted infections, teen girls are being affected at record numbers. Gonorrhea. Okay, it's still really prevalent in the teen girl's life. So we just want teen girls to come on out and just receive this information. Come on out. We are hoping to educate 1,200 teen girls and women, and so we cannot do this without you. So just come on, stop by. Not only do you want to stop by, enjoy yourself, unwind for a couple of hours after you guys leave, and come on out to the stage play so that you'll have a whole day full of just breaking the cycle and releasing the strongholds in your life. And then you can go to church on Sunday and feel good.
Right. That's
Yeah,
a great
exactly.
weekend.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that would be a great
And
weekend.
that's so important. And you know, as I got older, because what you're saying about the older men dating the younger high school girls, I remember in high school that was, you know, I was trying to figure out who are these guys coming up to our high school in cars? Where they who are they? Where are they coming from? Where are these people?
Right.
Where are these grown men coming from? And a lot of the girls would date them. And not till I got older, I realized that you had these guys who were fooling around and didn't mature. So the women their age didn't fool with them anymore because they
Right,
saw they were
right.
still childish. So now they come for the younger girls. And then the girls, the young girls realize it after a while too.
And we're gonna, and you know what? And we're gonna talk about that. We have one young lady who's a speaker. Her segment is called "Removing the Mask." She's an adult now, but when she was in high school, she was gang raped. And so, you know, we have to prepare our teen girls on how to avoid certain situations, or when you
Right.
see something
That's
happening,
right.
how to effectively exit that
That's right.
location. So again, if you guys need more information regarding this event, please give me a call at 312-572-9373. You can also email me at Kenya@fam, that's FAMENT.org. And again, we are looking for sponsorship. So again, my number is 312-572-9373.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
All right.
No problem.
So, Ms. Bowman, let me ask you a question.
Oh, Lord.
Have you already prepared legally for some guys in your book that you talk about to come after you?
Oh, yes. Yes, they will be after me.
What was
I
that
have
movie?
security at the door.
Right. What was the movie? It was one.
Where she wrote about her friends. They wrote about the friends.
Right. They wrote about the friends.
I know which one. Is it Brother? Was it
Brothers.
Brothers?
Brothers.
Okay.
One of them with the four at the time, the four leading.
Yeah, yeah.
Brothers.
I have to change names, places, faces, things like that because
That's all right. It's your story.
it's my story. I just tell the truth.
That's right. That's right. If they come out, it'll help with the publicity.
Exactly.
You have to be very careful. You have various writing outlets.
Yeah.
They need to be careful. They don't need to mess with you.
You might not want to. People used to say, I want to be in your book. I'm like, no, this is not a book you want to be in. So,
That's funny. Yep. So, tell us a little bit more about some of the other work that you do. I know you're on Chicago now. What kind of things can people look for in your blogs?
well, I actually like to blog about topics that spark people's attention. Like, I might talk about something a little more provocative. Like, would you date a friend's ex?
That's wrong. No way.
Or
You talking about you got to put the addendum on that publicly or secretly?
I might talk about would you date a coworker? Are you open to open relationships? Male gold diggers, and yes, they do exist.
Oh yeah, they do.
And they don't necessarily
low.
right. And I'm not talking about the ones that just still come after you for your money. I'm talking about the ones that steal your joy. You know, they steal your joy. They steal your ambition. In fact, the guy that well, I don't know if I want to go into that, but anyway, one of the guys in my past was that person who tried to steal my joy. He was jealous, and he would say, "Why are you doing this?" And you don't need to do that, and things like that. And I'm like, if you don't support me, then I don't need to be with you.
Right.
But they'll try to deter you from following your dreams and goals, and find every excuse why you shouldn't be doing something.
Right.
So it's all, you know, they're jealous. Sometimes you're in a relationship with people and they're jealous of who you are.
Right.
You know.
I find that a lot with single business women when I'm talking amongst. I find that's always that they're jealous.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because men are competitive. Now,
Mm-hmm.
actually, we do some things in Diva Dance outside of just pole dancing, which is great. We actually have like our women's empowerment portion, and it's like
Okay.
you understand that men are competitive by nature. We're not, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we can be competitive too. That's that masculine energy, but that feminine energy, which we all have, men and women, that's
Right.
the nurturing, supportive. But you have to be able to turn that off. Like when you're in the relationship, it's like we are one. So when you win, I win.
Right.
I'm not competing
Right.
against you. But I think
Exactly.
it's hard. Women sometimes have more access to that feminine energy, and men are always taught to stamp it down. So they don't get that. If you're with a woman and she's out there making it happen, you be happy for her.
Right.
Be
That's
happy
right.
with her.
Yes. right.
Support her.
Right.
I've only had great relationships. Knock on wood. God
Yeah,
has been
Good
you
for
better-
you.
but I will say this, but it's been to the space. I had a gentleman break up with me just because he goes, I can't take it. He's like, you're like a superstar. I can't take it.
Right.
He goes, I don't want to hold you back. I can't be Mr. Kanaya. I said, baby, it's cool.
Right.
And we're still good
Right,
friends to this
right.
day, but I can
Right.
appreciate him getting that he was having issues
Exactly.
with my fabulousness.
Right, and
So, yeah.
because I'm so creative and I come from that creative gene, I'm always like 4 steps ahead of any guy I ever meet. I'm already planning for my future, and sometimes it's hard for them to catch up with you because they mentally aren't where you are. Because I'm like, I'm on to the next project.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta
You
pick
know.
I'm sure you found one.
Yeah, I
You
found
gotta
one.
find your
He's the bomb. He supports me in my business. He's just there for me 120%, and he doesn't try to control my business. He accepts me, and he understands how my mind ticks.
That's such a blessing.
So
That's a beautiful
yeah,
thing.
and it took
is.
me a long time to get it. So I'm holding on tight with 2 hands and feet involved.
For me, I think that it's better to date someone.
Hold on to love.
Yes,
Hold on to love. Yes.
Hold on you. You
I
gotta
think-
hold on it.
Yes, I think it's good to date somebody because the person who I'm with, we're in the same industry, so
Okay.
we understand how it is to create projects,
Right.
the ins and out of it
Yeah.
all, how you have to be out all day. I understand when he's filming and it's 12 hours, 13 hours, so to me it's better.
Well, our thing is we're not in the same industry, but he's in sales, and a lot of what I do is selling because, I'm a walking salesperson.
Right, right.
My books are always with me. I have play tickets today, so if you want to get yours, get yours.
Right.
So I'm always on that selling tip. So we have that in common.
Man, that's beautiful. Brothers and sisters, you're listening to the Bean Soup Times radio show. I'm your host, Tori Muhammad, and we are talking. I told you, did you see the email? I said 3 powerful businesswomen, 3 powerful entrepreneurs. So, Kanaya, break down the 4, because we're hearing, I think we heard 2, 3 things, but break down the 4, the foundational businesses that you have, and a little bit about each one.
So, okay, there's Diva Dance, and we empower women in being fit, fabulous, satisfied, and living lives they love. Now, we do that, of course, with our dance classes, and that came out of this commitment to wellness. I was always an athlete in school. I had to learn how to deal with the hair plus working out when I was in high school, when I used to be relaxed. I'm locked now, but I've done it all. I've been natural. I rocked the fro. But out of a commitment that women just get moving, love their bodies. So I started Diva Dance and the whole exotic dancing thing because we may not want to go running, but we love to be sexy.
Yes.
And we like to
Yes.
dance. So
Right.
I created Exoticize. I combined exotic dance with exercise. And I love dancing. Been dancing since I was 4. And I just love it. So there's that piece of it. But what grew out of that then, women would come to me with, well, wait a minute. I'm not so comfortable with this. And I had to go through it too. So I'm a church girl. I was that good girl. Like in high school, I wasn't dating the older men. I was barely dating because I was like, Jesus wouldn't like me to date.
Right.
But it was like learning to own that sensual side of yourself. And so that spun me into this other piece. I work on the Virtuous Vixen. And it's about how you walk that virtuous walk, but we definitely are vixens. Every woman has that
Yes.
sexy, sensual side. So I blog with the Virtuous Vixen blog I have. It's all about like those kind of topics, whether it be dating, courting, picking good relationships. Diva Dance, we have our Diva Makeover program, which is about going through that process of loving yourself, getting in touch with that divine feminine energy, which is so powerful. Oh, it makes life so much easier when you're just being and creating and manifesting versus doing all the time. Oh, we just get to watch stuff come to you.
And I want to say this: we do have something in common because Stacy is my main character in the play and the book, and she goes to a dance class, so she learns how to, demonstrate and express her sexuality through, the expression of dance, and the chapter in my book is called Operation Tease 101.
And you talk about the character being a little promiscuous. Sometimes we have all that sexual energy. We don't know what to do with it. And we always think we got to go find a man. There are other ways to express it that can be healthy, that are safe. We work on the STDs with women learning how to really just be self-expressed, but be safe and hold on to your values, hold on to your virtue. Oh my goodness,
that's definitely what you guys need to teach these teen girls. I am a high school teacher as well, so I see it all the time. So that would be good to just express to the teen girls, because some of the dancing, I used to do it. I can't front. I cannot front. Probably in my 20s.
But at some point, you knew it was dancing.
Yeah.
You knew it was dancing. And you may have drawn the line. What happens now, we don't know how to draw the line.
No, they're having sex with their clothes on now.
Right. And when I saw
it's more than just dancing now.
Ain't nothing but the butterfly.
And so it's not, but this is the thing. When I tell people, and this is another piece of what we do, the Smart Sister, which is more geared towards younger women, Diva Dance is definitely for older women.
Right.
But the Smart Sister with the book and the workshops, that piece of it is geared towards younger women. It's like learning how to be appropriate. Why there's some stuff that is for grown folks.
Yeah.
You're not grown.
Right.
There's a line you draw because you're not ready for the consequences. See, when you cross this line, there are consequences.
We all know
It was one of
those
those, for me, I was kind of like, I don't want these consequences. And I was kind of like, but when I was ready to handle the consequences of grown folks' activities, I was good and grown. But we that's grown folks' business. That's why I ain't grown yet. Just relax. So there's that piece of it, and that's what the Smart Sister work that I do. It's taking that same mission of just fit fabulous, loving yourself, but we cater it to a younger market. And then in a whole nother conversation, since you asked, I did go to Duke, and I'm actually an electrical engineer.
Wow.
My training. Okay. So I'm like a sexy nerd, and I claim it. I love it. Anything electronic, gadgety, I love it. And all my businesses are primarily run online, and I do it all myself. So I do the website developing. I use technology to leverage everything I do. I do it all. So I have Techno Diva training and consulting, and I work with small business owners. That same kind of stuff. Work smart, not hard. You can run 4 businesses and not run around like a crazy person if you understand how you use all this technology.
Have to time in.
Exactly. So I do a lot of training and actually have workshops coming up. So that's all the stuff that I do. And it's all on my website, KaniaKennedy.com. I'm kind of a Renaissance woman when I think about all the things I'm up to.
Right.
But I love it. I love it. I'm having so much fun.
That's how
it's
I am.
great.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful. I've noticed something that you're highlighting here. People with engineering backgrounds, it must be something about order and putting things and understanding how they kind of translate in different areas. Because I see engineers have incredible minds.
That's why everyone loves engineers, even in management. So when I was in engineering school, most people actually went on from Duke into MBA programs. Because when you have that engineering background, you understand about systems, you like order. You understand how to take a big concept and you break it down into its parts. So we're big picture, but then we also can get into the minutia. And that kind of thinking it's useful in every area of life. So I love being the sexy geek. I claim it.
That's the bomb. Yeah.
That's what's up. You remind me of something else that one of my mentors mentioned. He was talking about the importance of doing in your business your simple things consistently, and that's how people achieve success. And he was equating it to African culture, how a lot of African print, a lot of African designs and images, you see elaborate, the kente cloth, the mud cloth, you see these elaborate, just beautiful patterns, but if you really start analyzing and looking at it, it's a simple thing, it's a simple shape. It's just done over and over and over and over again. It's a math term for that. I forget what it's called, but it's It's I'm looking at the engineer over here.
I was trained in it. There's a reason I like dancing and divas. And I use the simplest versions of most programs. I don't need to be complex. I need to be efficient.
I know that's right.
Right. That's key. So that's the entrepreneur tip here. Keep it simple, but do that consistent thing over and over and over again, and you'll achieve success. So we're coming up on the last few minutes of the show. Let's it's 3:57. Let's give everybody about 30 seconds to give a closing comment, mention the shows or whatever, just whatever you want to say in closing.
I want to close with a poem right quick, and this is
That's
from the
what's up.
play. It's called I Am Love, and this is in the mind of Stacy, my main character. Some may think I'm nasty because I desire love so hard and deep that it flows through my veins and controls what I think. Some may think I'm promiscuous because they don't understand what it is to be a single woman in search of a real man. You see, all they really know is that I exude that single sexy glow. I adore love, I yearn for love, and there is nothing I won't do to get what's rightfully mine. Welcome to my world. Come on in, spend some time. I am love.
Beautiful. Right, we're snapping.
You can also visit me at shoyaswritings.com and find out all about everything I do. I do teach creative writing classes and how to self-publish classes. So, shoyaswritings.com. Thanks for having me.
Beautiful. Thanks for being on the show. Kanaya, any closing remarks?
Yeah, in the end of the day, my mission is that people live their passion and be successful.
Right.
So whether it be a small business owner getting access to how to make great money every prom and bridal season, that's spectacular. Call me. If you visit KanayaKennedy.com, there's access to all the things that I'm up to, but particularly some of the partners I'm working with on this event. Top Notch Marketing. She works with small businesses. Marketing's so key because if no one knows
That's
you're there,
right.
what's the point?
That's right.
Of course, there's Diva Dance, the Grand Ballroom. We just have such great people coming. We have a designer, Arthur Sherrod. He does beautiful couture bridal gowns. Oh, my goodness. So just check us out. Spectacular Prom and Bridal is March 4th, and we want to see everybody there. So spread the word.
That's what's up.
This is Kenya. I just wanted to say that sometimes we see and see not, sometimes we hear and hear not, but we must understand. We must understand that we must break the cycle in order to progress within ourselves, in order to progress as a people, in order to progress in God. I do understand that there's a lot of entertainment avenues out here, but come on and try positive entertainment. It could change your life. It can make you a better person. Call me at 312-572-9373. I look forward to your call. Let's make your dream a reality.
That's what's up. Thank you, ladies. All of you. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show. And again, this is Tori Muhammad. You've been listening to the Bean Soup Times radio show. And never forget that as long as I have a bowl of bean soup, you got half. Peace.
Engaging the community, connecting the world. GlobalNewsForum.com.